Hi everybody, I'm back for a 3 and 30 challenge. It's been a while since I've done one of these. This will be my last voiceover 3 and 30, thankfully. For some reason I just haven't been able to get motivated to do this voiceover, partly because I struggled with this one. Not so much in the design aspect as I just took too long fussy cutting because I couldn't find my previously fussy cutted flowers. So if it hadn't been for that, I would have made the 30 minutes, but for this one I didn't. So yeah, I'm gonna try to narrate my way through. My intention for this one is to make journaling cards using the stamped tea-dyed cardstock that I did in a video a couple months back, kind of testing out some of my stamps that I'd got in a haul video. So I saved that little stamp off sheet and decided to use it for today's video. So here I'm just trimming down some of the ones that I want to use, and being very indecisive. But hey, sometimes that happens in crafting. I think this particular sheet had some cool patterns on the backside. I decided to make that one a tall tag, or a tall journaling card. So yep, there's that. And then I decided to use the little mushrooms. And I went ahead and trimmed down these other ones. I don't exactly know why. I think at this point I didn't know which ones I was going to use and which ones I wasn't. So yeah, that's kind of the whole thing about this challenge. Is you got to go in really knowing what you're going to do in order to be successful for the time limit part. So I went ahead and picked out the cards I wanted to use, and then I decided on which flowers I wanted to fussy cut, which of course took forever. And I would say I am going to try to speed this part up, but I still haven't figured out how to speed up portions of my videos in my editing software, because yeah. My life is a little bit crazy and hectic sometimes with a 2-year-old and a full-time job and things crazy. But that's okay, because, could be way worse. I could have absolutely nothing to do. So I'm grateful. So, and I think here I'm being a little bit indecisive again, as to what flowers I wanted to use. So I was kind of cutting out a few different ones. I think I decided on can't really, I filmed this video so long ago, I can't even remember what my indecision was about this. I also, just as an FYI, I kind of had an idea that I was going to collage on the one side with the flower, and I wasn't super confident about collaging for some reason. Like, I've since, actually, my collage video that I have uploaded right now, I did that after I did this video, and so this is kind of a precursor to that. And so yeah, I was kind of floundering a little bit, but once I got the hang of it, I actually really like collage, and I need to do more because I want to do some master boards and then maybe use them as backgrounds for digital kits and stuff. And just in general, having some collage sheets is nice for ephemera. And I took a page out of Nikki's book with my bee journal and just collaged a whole bunch of 12 by 12 sheets. And that ended up being a really successful way of making the ephemera for that journal. So, yeah, I'd say if you're new to this whole junk journal thing and collage is a little bit intimidating like it was for me, just start with maybe like not so much pattern paper, but different types of paper. So like tea dyed paper, avocado dyed paper, coffee dyed paper. I, in my collage video, which I will add a little link to at the end of this one, sorry, it's late and I'm yawning. That's horrible of me. Yeah, I just used some mulberry paper that I had that I wasn't super thrilled with, that I probably wouldn't ever use like as a full sheet or, you know, anything, but having it torn up and as a component of a collage, it was really cool. It gave some really cool texture. So you can use that, and you can use, you know, scrapbook paper or whatever. You can use kit scrap paper, you know, digital kits and stuff like that. So you can use all kinds of stuff, but like I found using really old book page, really old music paper, and then just tea dyed, avocado dyed, coffee dyed, and then the mulberry paper as kind of like a pop of interest, and just going at it. That was pretty cathartic and relaxing, and I was like, okay, I can do this, you know. So here I'm just kind of giving the Fussy cut flower a little ink, but because it's regular copy paper, I wanted to kind of I think it was because it was really like bright. It was a bright yellow, and I'm not a huge yellow fan. So the vintage photo just kind of toned it down, and then now I'm just going around the edges to kind of get rid of the white space And of course, it's a very fussy little flower. So these are from Tina's Fussy Cut Flower Kit. I will go ahead and link that kit in the description box. And just a few little spots. Husband's down there. I don't know if you can hear him. He's down there laughing. So at this point, I was kind of like, I don't know if that's really gonna be enough. So I decided to pull out some ended up finding some avocado dye and some book page. I was just checking to make sure there was no bad words. It's a Reader's Digest book, so you know, those are kind of sketchy sometimes. You never know what you're gonna get. So just doing a quick scan through. Not really a very quick scan through, apparently. So yeah, here I had to get up and pull my little bucket of scraps from all kinds of stuff. I had some packing paper and some book page. Some more book page. I was trying to make sure it didn't have any bad words in it. Or questionable subject matter. And I think that one ended up being alright. It was kind of an older one, and I liked the patina of the paper too, so that was kind of nice. And my phone's going off. Sorry, y'all. I'll have to turn that down. So here I'm just trying to decide the composition of this. And finally decide. And pull a little bit of paper back so I can put the book page underneath. I'm just giving a little bit of ink because, you know, it's me and I forgot to ink it before I actually glued it. Because that's what I do. Yeah, kind of a hot mess in this video, aren't I? Just trimming things down. And at this point, I go ahead and round the corners. And I decided I wanted to go with some avocado dye paper down in that corner. I'm just trying to decide on composition. And again, I glue it before I ink it. Go ahead and round that edge. And then I go ahead and decide where I want to stick my little flower. And I will say, if I'm going to use yellow, I love yellow with a little bit of pink. And so the yellow flower with the pink avocado dye paper ended up looking really cute. So there's my first tag with the little mushroom on the back. Oh, it took me a while. Definitely took me a long while. But I had a little bit of an, I think something was going on with the dog or something. I don't know. I had to pause the video and come back. Or no, it was my husband got home. Or, I don't know, it was crazy. I had to come back after walking away. So that, of course, didn't help the time. Making sure I had the stamp on the right, or the card oriented so the stamp wasn't upside down. And then go ahead and lay down the book page. And then I went ahead and got some more of that packing paper. And this time I actually remembered to ink it before I glued it. What? It's amazing. I actually picked that paper because it had all the wrinkles in it. And that kind of gave some texture and interest. And then I went ahead and inked on the paper itself after scrunching it up some more. And that gave it some more texture and interest. So that's kind of a fun thing that you can do. I'm sure I'm not the first person to ever do it, but you know. I'll just trim it down a little bit, just so I kind of knew what I was working with as far as the blank space. And I'll just getting things stuck all over my fingers. And here I just decided to use that little scrap left over from the last one. Stick it down in the corner. There's the cat. Oh, he's such a goober. He thinks he owns the craft room. This is his territory. And here I just decided to add a little more avocado dye. I'm just trying to figure out placement and then inking. And trim that little bit off. So it doesn't really fit the rule of threes because I've got 4 elements there. But once I stick the flower on, I think it ends up looking kind of cool. And these, I ended up sticking these in my little ephemera box, so if I find that the collage isn't quite working for me, I can always add a couple other elements just to kind of even things out a little bit. But course, you know me and fussy cutting takes forever. And I just went ahead and inked in the middle to tone down the white space a little bit, vintage it up, and then around the edges. Go ahead, stick it down right there. And around the corners. If I end up using these in a journal, I'll probably stitch them, but I didn't do that because, you know, it's the 3 and 30. Who has time for that? And here I was trying to decide which card to use. I ended up deciding on the little acorn. And for some reason I went back and started inking the edges of the other 2 cards. Just leave it. Sometimes with these 3 and 30, when I go back and edit, I'm like, Amy, what are you doing? Just leave it. It was fine. Oh well, what are you gonna do, right? Hindsight's 20/20. I think I realized like how much time I had left at this point, so I was like, oh snap, I better hurry. Oh, and there's the little one. Going for things he's not supposed to. God bless that little boy. He's so funny. He loves his crafting. I was so disappointed that I missed the sound on this video because he was chatting, getting involved. It was kind of cute. He has this fascination with scissors, and he's just not quite coordinated yet. I've got some baby scissors that are they're plastic, and they don't have any like metal portion of the blade, so they don't cut fingers easily or anything, but he's just not coordinated enough. But he's determined to craft like mama. So yeah, he just decided to take it upon himself to help me out this evening. At least the day of the video filming. He was determined to figure out that punch. So here I'm just doing kind of a long strip of each type of paper. And I was a little off frame because, you know, sharing it with the kid. Yeah. This case, I ended up just leaving the coffee dye. Probably for expedience sake, but, you know. 3 different elements that worked. Oh, there goes the ink. Oh, he had little inky fingers after that. Oh, child. I love him. He's adorable. Sorry I'm so off frame. It's just Fussy cutting a flower. Kiddo's probably more interesting to watch at this point anyways. So yeah. Now he's using it as a oh, he's so funny. Because, you know, why not use it to pick up some glue? So I'm just inking that little flower up. Same as I did the other ones. Trying to be quick about it because I knew I was over my time limit, and you know, little 2-year-old grabby fingers. But I always love having them in my videos. It's fun. And it's funny that I was so busy trying to do the card, I was like I wasn't exactly paying attention to what he was doing. But it's so cute because he's trying to mimic what I was doing, you know. I'm trying to ink like mama. So I got my flower down. And I'm just rounding the edges here, or attempting to. Operator error there. Trying to get the inker from the kid. He's very determined. So I went ahead and just used the stamp pad. Oh, so funny. Oh, this is my chaotic life sometimes, you know? I found the flowers. Now he's trying to pick up the flowers. I'm not even narrating what I'm doing anymore. It's more interesting what the kid is doing. And I'm off frame because I got to try to share it with him. So there's the last card. There's the tall one and the long one. So that's my video. Thanks everybody. Thanks for subscribing. Have a blessed day. Stay safe. Stay safe. See you next time. Bye.